Hello everyone, friends, and today we will treat animals. To find out what's in my room, you need to like and subscribe. Come on, I'm waiting. Well, 3, 2, 1.
There's a puking pomni here today.
Wow, is this some kind of animal hospital? Cool.
Looks like these are the doctors who work here. Okay, looks like they'll be helping us treat other animals today.
I think we definitely won't refuse helpers because we don't have medical skills. I hope that they can really help us.
Wow, look, they have a computer that shows all the patients we need to treat. I think we'll try to treat the dog first.
It looks like this dog has a cold because he has a lot of snot. Let's help him quickly. I think he's really sick.
He looks extremely sick. I think he feels really awful. Well, now we need to scan his passport in order to enter it into our database.
Excellent! We did it! Okay, now his data is entered into our computer and we can go with him to the room where we will begin to treat him.
Now they should tell us the plan according to which we will treat him. Okay, let's start doing this as soon as possible.
I feel so sorry for him. He looks very unhealthy. Let's first take his temperature to find out how sick he is.
It seems to me that even without this, you can understand that he is very ill. Oh no! His temperature is 39.5. This is a very high temperature. Now we need to listen to him with a stethoscope.
Okay, I think this is really necessary in his case. Let's listen to how he breathes. I think his breathing is normal now. We need to use this oxygen mask for him.
This is a very strange medical device. I have never seen anything like it. Oh, look! He has a runny nose. Okay, now we need to suck out all the runny nose with this strange thing.
By the way, I have never seen such a medical thing in my life. It looks extremely strange and unusual. It seems that this is a really cool hospital because they have very cool devices.
I saw this thing and I like it here. It seems to me that with its help, you can really clear your nose.
Well, we are done with these procedures, and now we move on to the next stage of treatment. Now we will need to destroy the germs in his mouth.
This procedure looks extremely unusual. It seems to me that this is not really a medical procedure because usually it is done with the help of various medications.
These guys are too loud and annoying. Good thing we finally got rid of them, and now I think we finally managed to cure this dog.
Just look at his happy face. It seems to me that he is already very happy. But it looks like that's not all. Apparently, we will need to give him an injection.
I thought that we had finally cured him, but it seems to me that this is the last procedure. Okay, we filled this injection with some strange green liquid, and now we need to give him an injection.
I think it was very painful for him, but it was necessary for him to feel great. Okay, we gave him an injection and covered the injection site with a bandage. Now this dog is definitely healthy, and that's cool.
Okay. This was our first patient. I hope that after this procedure, we will receive some kind of medical diploma, or at least a certificate that we have learned how to treat dogs.
I think it works a little differently. Okay, now we need to put our signature on this document that we have cured this dog.
This painting looks very strange. I think next time we will put some other painting. Now everyone is happy because we cured this dog and now we are moving on to the next patient.
Now we need to choose who we will treat next, and I really want to treat this lizard that is located at the very bottom. It seems to me that she is the worst of all among those who were in our patient database.
I completely agree with you. Now let's move on to treating the lizard. In fact, he looks very bad, and it seems to me that we need to start treating him as soon as possible.
Oh yeah. First we need to scan his passport, and now that we have found out all the information about him, we need to go to the operating room where we will begin the treatment.
We need to start ASAP, and by the way, this doesn't really look like an operating room. It's more like a treatment room. First, we need to check his body temperature.
To do this, we need to take this thermometer and check its temperature. By the way, its temperature is not as high as I thought. I don't think it has any problems with this.
Actually, lizards are cold-blooded animals, and for them, such a body temperature is really too high. So we need to bring down his temperature so that he feels better.
For this, we need to give him an injection. By the way, this time the liquid in the injection looks much more pleasant. Okay, let's give him this injection as soon as possible. I hope it will help him bring down his temperature.
Great! We gave him a shot and now his body temperature has dropped. He's finally starting to look better. Okay, now we're moving on, and now we need to fill his bathtub with cold water to lower his temperature even more.
I hope this will really help him because this guy looks really sick. Wow, just look! It looks like we will be adding ice cubes to his bath. I hope this will really work and he will feel better.
It's good that lizards are cold-blooded animals and you can bring down the temperature in this way because it seems to me that if a person ended up in a bath like this, he would most likely only feel worse.
Oh no! He's become too cold! Now with the help of this hairdryer, we have to warm him up a little in order to bring his temperature to the optimal value.
Okay, we finally did it. And now he looks much better. Well, okay, now we need to fill his water bowl with water because lizards drink water from water bowls.
It's really cool that even after we do all the medical procedures, we still do different things to keep our patients happy. Okay, now I need to check his body temperature. And now the thermometer shows the optimal temperature for this type of animal. Great. Now this guy is healthy and we can return him to his owner.
Finally, he looks happy. I'm really happy about this, and I really like treating animals in this game because after that, they smile the cutest. Okay, now we need to sign again, and this time, as a signature, we will leave a heart.
I think we have now come up with the most optimal type of painting. Well, okay, everyone is happy. And now we can move on to the next animal that we will cure.
Now we need to decide on the animal that we will treat. And in fact, I really want to treat this cute rabbit because he reminds me a lot of Jax.
Bro, maybe it's time to stop comparing me to a rabbit. I'm actually a hare, and I'm nothing like that little big-eared animal.
Well, yes, with your height, I think you definitely can't be a rabbit because there are no such giant rabbits. But the fact that you have big ears remains a fact.
Just look at this cutie. It seems to me that his only problem is that his eyes are completely black for some reason and not like in his passport photo.
I don't really understand why this rabbit came to our hospital because he looks pretty healthy. Wait, do we really just need to set up a room for him? I thought we were hired as vets and not interior designers.
In fact, illnesses can be psychological, and it seems to me that it is quite possible that this rabbit actually has hidden depression that we are helping him cope with.
In fact, I don't think you're right because it seems to me that this rabbit is quite cheerful. And maybe he just came to our veterinary clinic only to undergo a standard medical examination and get himself in order.
It's weird when animals come to be treated, but instead we do things like washing them and popping bubbles around them. But it doesn't really make me angry. Nothing can make me angry right now because this bunny looks as cute as possible.
Now we need to wash all this soapy water off of him. By the way, this is the third time in a row that we do this kind of thing in games because last time we washed someone off in the same way.
Now we need to dry his wet fur, and it seems to me that we can handle this task perfectly. It will be as easy as possible.
In fact, there are practically no difficult tasks in this game at all, and I am very happy about it. When I found out that we would have to play a game in which we would treat animals, I thought that there would be more cruel and disgusting things here. But so far, everything we do looks very cute.
It's actually cool that the developers didn't add nasty things to this kid's game because otherwise it would be really unpleasant to play something like that, knowing that kids would see all these nasty things with pus and poop.
Okay, now his paws look really good. Well, now we need to feed him this really cute thing. I think it's a really tasty treat for rodents.
I think Jax knows better because he is also a rodent, although I have never seen him eat rodent food. Maybe we don't know something about him, but I don't think we will interrogate him about it.
It seems to me that this rabbit got great pleasure from all the procedures that we carried out with him today, because even after we did all these things, we stroked him, and now he is sleeping. Okay, it seems to me that this was a wonderful day for him.
Okay, I'm very glad that we were able to help this rabbit and make him happy. And in general, I really like this game because it is quite varied and absolutely not disgusting. And now we can go straight to the next game together.
Hello everyone, friends, and today we will play a horror game about subway surfers.
Seriously? Did someone come up with the idea to make this cute game as a horror game? Okay. Looks like horror game creators are really starting to go crazy.
Are these little trains? Oh, wait. It seems to me that our character is speaking some very strange language.
I don't know what kind of language this is, but it looks very similar to Indian. Well, we got to some door, and here we are shown that we have to leave graffiti on different carriages, and for each carriage color, there is a pattern.
There's some kind of button here. It looks like this button will only open after we've painted graffiti on every train car. Okay, now we need to go and find our spray paint.
It seems that our character has lost it somewhere. Okay, let's go look for it. I don't think it should be far from here.
I think we should turn around and try going the other way. Oh my God, what is that? Wait, seriously? Why are there dead chickens falling out of the sky? That looked really creepy.
Look, there's a red mark on each of the cars here. I think it's there, so we know where we should leave graffiti. Okay, but we can't do that yet because we simply don't have our spray paint.
So far, the atmosphere in this game is really creepy as hell. In fact, I don't really understand what we need to do here, but I know for sure that right now we need to find our spray can of paint so that we can move on.
These red marks are on a lot of trains here, and I think we'll need to put graffiti on each of these marks in order for this button to be pressed. Well, okay, we still haven't found our spray can, but I hope it's somewhere nearby.
By the way, this game has extremely inconvenient controls, and I really don't like them because I constantly have some kind of problems with movement. And the sensitivity of the camera rotation here is really disgusting.
We noticed it because you are moving in the most awkward way. And by the way, look, this is the same car from the game in which we could climb onto other cars. Well, okay, it looks like our can of paint wasn't even there.
I think he should definitely be somewhere nearby. I think he should be in one of these cars. Oh, by the way, look, and here he is. We finally found this spray can of paint, and now we can finally leave graffiti.
In fact, I have already forgotten what kind of patterns we actually need to leave on these cars, but I think we can handle this task quite easily. Okay, now let's look for cars with red markings and leave graffiti on them.
Okay, here is the first carriage and we can draw on it. By the way, it looks like we absolutely don't care what patterns we had to leave. We can just draw on each of the carriages and not think about it.
I hope that it really works like this because otherwise it seems to me that we will have to walk here for a very long time because this location is not that small. There are really a lot of these carriages.
I think that was the last carriage. Now let's try pressing this button. Oh no! It looks like we should have done something else. Okay, maybe we didn't actually leave graffiti on all the carriages we needed to.
We need to inspect all the carriages around. But look, it turns out that this carriage also had a red mark. Okay, maybe now we can go further.
Looks like we missed a few more cars. Okay, I guess we need to go back and try painting some more on them now.
This idea sounds pretty logical. Okay, I think we should really go back and try to explore absolutely every train car in this game.
Look, I found another mark. Okay, I hope this was the last car we had to paint graffiti on. And now we need to go back to that door again and try to press the button.
There are actually quite a lot of these wagons in the game. I didn't think this game would be so difficult for us. Oh no! Looks like we did something else wrong. Okay, I think we should go back and try to find a few more wagons.
In fact, all this time, the guys just continued to wander here and did not know what they needed to do. They did not realize that we could change the pattern on these cars, and each graffiti should correspond to the memo that was painted on the door. So we walked around here for a very long time and were stupid, and we decided to speed up this whole moment during video editing.
Oh my god, I'm really tired of walking here. Wait, seriously? All this time we could have been changing the patterns we painted on these cars? Okay, it looks like that mark on the door was really important. Now we need to go and change the graffiti we left on each of these cars.
It looks like we are really stupid. Well, okay, now let's change all the graffiti that we painted here. I hope that we will finally be able to get through this door because I am really interested in finding out what is behind it.
Okay, I think now we should definitely change all this graffiti and go back. My God, there are really a lot of these cars here. I hope it won't take us too long to change all this graffiti.
I also really hope so because the number of wagons here is really very impressive. But I think that we should cope with this task quite quickly. After all, we are professionals in passing such games.
Okay, it looks like Jax left the wrong graffiti on some of the cars. Well, okay, I guess we should go back and change them. God, I didn't think it would take us so long. But most likely it's just because the controls in this game are seriously the most idiotic.
This is starting to annoy me a little bit. Well, okay, let's change all the graffiti here and try going somewhere else. Oh my god, what just happened? Why did this car start shaking so weirdly? Okay, I think we left all the graffiti as it should be, and now I think we should go back to the door.
I also think that it's time for us to go back because we really changed a huge amount of graffiti here, and I think we can finally get through that door. God, it really took us a long time.
Yes, it really took us a lot of time. But if the controls in this game were a little better, we would have been able to complete this game much faster. Well, okay, it was quite a difficult test, and now we move on.
Okay, we're in the same location as last time. Wait, what's going on here? Is this really Thomas the Tank Engine? Oh no, one of those steam engines hit us. Well, it looks like we need to be careful here and try not to crash into them.
Okay. It looks like this test will be pretty difficult too. The main thing here is not to rush and just try to avoid meeting these little trains, because otherwise they will knock us down. I wonder what awaits us at the very end of this corridor. I really hope that we will actually be able to find out.
I think we can really do this because I can already see the end of this corridor. And by the way, the trains are no longer moving in our direction, and now we just have to go straight. Look, there looks like another door here. There is a button and a combination lock on it. Okay, I hope we find out where we can get this password.
This button says you can't press it. Well, okay, I think we
definitely
really
saw
shouldn't
these
do
numbers
that.
somewhere.
Jax, you're not going to press it, right?
Maybe we should click on it after all? I'm really curious to know what happens. Oh my god, seriously? Some huge heavy metal thing fell on us. Well, okay. Looks like now we'll have to try to get through that train level all over again.
Oh my god, I didn't think we'd actually have to go through this level again. Okay guys, let's agree that we won't press any buttons that say we shouldn't press them.
If we hadn't tried to click on it, we would never have known what it does. And by the way, guys, we still need to find the code password, and to be honest, I don't quite remember what kind of password it should be and how many characters it has. But I think we'll have to go back in order to find any numbers here.
Definitely this password consists of numbers. I think we will need to find this password somewhere in this location. I think we should turn back and try to find this password somewhere in this long tunnel.
And it seems to me that we definitely missed something. I didn't see any numbers while we were getting offended here. I think that we needed to do something before this. But to be honest, I don't really understand what.
To be honest, I myself absolutely do not understand where all these numbers are and where we can find them. But we came back and ran into some huge wall. Well, it looks like this password is somewhere else, but we absolutely do not know where.
So I think that our subscribers will tell us in the comments where this password is actually located. If they like this game, we will definitely play it again, and we will move on to the next game right now.
This guy has a very funny skin. It looks like he has professional yapper written on him. Okay, now we need to run forward on these rails.
By the way, this is the most it's strange that we could never use this attraction like getting on this train and going forward along these rails.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Jax, wait, did you seriously just get burned by lava? Wow, I didn't think you'd lose such an easy challenge.
And I'm not very surprised by this because it seems to me that this is happening because we haven't played this game for a long time and Jax has already forgotten how to do it correctly.
I hope he won't make such stupid mistakes again. Well, now we need to move along these pipes and then jump on these balls. By the way, I was always surprised that these balls don't burst when we step on them.
I was actually much more surprised by the fact that at the bottom of this abyss, there was some kind of giant, toothy mouth. It's really very strange.
I agree with you. That mouth looks really nasty. Okay, now we need to run through that pipe and run through it so we don't get burned by that flame.
This is not such a difficult test as you may think. Great! We have reached the next checkpoint. Now we need to run forward along these extremely rusty pipes. I am still surprised that these pipes have never fallen down because they look very unreliable.
In fact, not all rusty metal structures are unreliable. It seems to me that these pipes are made of rather thick iron, and that is why they do not collapse at all. Well, okay, we coped with all these tests quite easily, and now we need to head to this strange spiral staircase.
Okay, now we need to climb up this spiral staircase, and I think it won't be hard. I've already practiced going up these kinds of stairs in a huge number of different games, and I get it right the first time every time.
By the way, I also noticed that similar spiral staircases are found in a lot of games, but it seems that this game was the very first to come up with it. Okay, now we need to run forward along this extremely thin rusty pipe. Every time we start to pass a test here, I start to be afraid that it will break.
I think what you should be more afraid of here is that Jax might accidentally fall down because he presses the wrong button. But I think you shouldn't even be afraid of that because he's really a professional at playing these types of games.
I think you should stop praising him so much. He is not such a professional in passing these games. What do you think? And by the way, I think we better change the topic, guys. I hope that all our subscribers have already seen the teaser of the 3rd episode of our cartoon.
Oh yeah, I'm so glad that there's finally a new episode coming out because there hasn't been one for over half a year. But unfortunately, our jelly crocodile and I will have to leave you.
What? But why? Guys, you have already become a part of our YouTube channel. Why are you going to leave us? I will miss you very much.
Actually, they will have to leave us because after the third episode comes out, we will have to play games with new characters that will appear in the cartoon. And it seems to me that if there are more than 10 characters here, we will just start going crazy.
Guys, I'm also very sorry that I have to leave this channel, but unfortunately, it's really necessary. And by the way, let's not get distracted from the game. Actually, we just ran away from an evil clown with a knife, but for some reason, no one wanted to talk about it.
Actually, I think this topic was much more interesting than this game. I'm really sad that you'll have to leave us because I think you've already become part of our community. I think if our subscribers ask us about it in the comments, we won't send you away from here.
I think we shouldn't put pressure on our subscribers. They should make their own choice. And if they really like these characters, they will definitely write to us about it. And now, we will just continue to play this game. And by the way, we are already going down into this volcano with the help of this attraction.
It seems to me that this is exactly the middle of the game, but the tests that await us ahead will really be a little more difficult. Okay, now let's get out of this attraction and go forward.
Oh, I remembered those tests, and they really aren't as easy as they may seem. But it seems to me that Jax copes with them surprisingly easily. And by the way, there used to be bruises on those falling blades. But now for some reason they've removed them. Maybe they decided to add censorship to this game.
In fact, it's a children's game, and I think it's right that they decided to remove them because otherwise it could shock some of the children. Well, we've gone through one of the most difficult parts of this game, and now we've entered the portal, and now we need to cross this extremely unreliable bridge.
In real life, I would never jump on this bridge, but our hero has no choice, and now he just has to do it. Well, actually, this strange dimension has always scared me because some inexplicable things happen here.
I still don't understand why these flying things are even here and where they get the fuel to constantly burn. And why are they even needed here? I have too many questions for them.
I think it is absolutely useless to ask such questions in this game because there are really a lot of illogical things here. And by the way, in fact, it seems to me that this game is trying to parasitize on the fear of clowns. Perhaps some children will even start to be afraid of clowns after this game.
I don't think this game is so scary that it would cause a phobia in anyone. Rather, it is fun and even somewhat difficult. In fact, this game is much more difficult than any Barry prison escape. But I think that if someone manages to complete it once, then all subsequent attempts will be absolutely no problem.
It seems to me that Jax has become a professional in this game, and it is quite possible that if there is a leaderboard here, he can easily get there. And by the way, I really like this function with portals. I have never seen such implementations of these portals anywhere. It seems to me that the creator of this game is a real genius.
And I like this game at least because the developers allowed a very small number of bugs. At least I have not seen a single bug in this game, and I really like it. I hope that someday the developers will definitely release the second part of this game.
Okay, we finally got to the very top of this tower, and now we need to go through this portal and jump straight into the mouth of the volcano. And in fact, I don't understand why our character does this so boldly, because I would be very afraid of this.
It seems to me that absolutely any adequate person would not do this. But it seems that in fact the entire dimension we visited before was just an illusion, and now we need to go through all the tests in this scary house. But I think that with these tests too, we will not have any problems because we have gone through them a large number of times.
Okay, now we have to jump over these purple stripes. I think this was one of the hardest challenges in this game because the walls are constantly distorted, and it feels like the distance between these stripes is changing too.
But this test with traps seems to me to be one of the easiest because the distance between these traps is quite large, and you practically don't even need to jump over them. It's enough to just walk very comfortably between them.
By the way, this test with disappearing platforms seems to me to be a bit more difficult. Okay, we were able to pass it with ease too. Well, now you need to get past these strange rotating stripes, and we will move on.
These rotating strips do not actually pose any danger, but here we need to run along this conveyor belt with a moonwalk. It feels like we are Michael Jackson.
It seems to me that half of our team and half of our subscribers don't even know what you're talking about. But I think it's absolutely unimportant. Now, Clay with the main thing is to just pass this test completely, because this is the very last test in this game before we finally leave this carnival.
Oh my god! Finally, we get to ride this roller coaster! Well, I'm really glad that we finally managed to beat this game, and today, surprisingly, we got through it pretty quickly, and we only died once. This is a really cool result.
And now we need to go to the end of the route on this roller coaster. And to be honest, I would never in my life get on such an attraction because it looks the most unreliable here. And even at the very beginning, it was clear that it was not fully configured.
It seems to me that the character we play for is absolutely fearless. He just goes wherever he wants. Well, okay, right now we'll slide down this hill and fly towards some incomprehensible mountain.
I think that if you in real life someone flew exactly like that on one of the roller coaster cars, he definitely wouldn't have a chance to survive. But it seems that our character is absolutely fearless and he can do whatever he wants. Well, we finally finished this game. Now let's move straight to the next game. Actually, I asked for it. So please, let's not make any claims about this game today and we'll just enjoy it.
Enjoy this game? I think you got something mixed up. It's impossible to enjoy this game. We're just watching this guy in a red jumpsuit shoot poop at this dummy.
I find it extremely strange that in this game this is the main goal. But I think that someone definitely likes it. I don't really enjoy it.
Guys, stop being such bores. This really does look very funny. Just look at this guy's face. I think he is extremely happy with his job.
In fact, I can't look at anything except his ass, because it's what's shown here most often and not in the best light.
Imagine if such a superhero really existed who fought his enemies with the help of poop. I think that would be extremely terrible.
Like, imagine a team that has Superman, Spider-Man, Iron Man, and this guy. I think even Deadpool would be absolutely shocked by him.
It seems to me that absolutely any sane person is in shock when watching what is happening on the screen, because personally, I absolutely do not understand what kind of sick fantasy could have come up with this game.
This game is actually quite old. I think the original creator of this game is currently in a mental hospital, because I can't think of any other place that would help him cope with his sick fantasy.
I really can't believe that we are actually watching all these animations right now. Okay, now we are watching animation number 10, and this is also a pretty disgusting animation.
And now we have clicked on the very last animation. It seems to me that this is just a compilation of all the animations that we have seen before. It looks really funny as possible.
I'll probably never understand why you find all this funny, but apparently you have some kind of specific sense of humor. Although this is not surprising in principle for a creature that likes to lick vomit off the floor.
Oh my god, why did you remind me of this? I wanted to forget about this sight forever, but now these images pop up in my head again. Okay, this disgusting animation keeps showing on our screen, and I feel like I'm going to puke.
He also sings. God, this is seriously the most stupid. Wait, he's not going to stop at what he did? This guy is seriously nuts. I think people like him should be isolated from society.
I think if such a person really existed in society, he would have been locked up in a mental hospital long ago. But it seems that no one did this. And now that we have watched all these animations in full, I think we should watch a few more.
Oh my god. What's going on here? Is this another guy taking a shit? Oh my god, I think this is even more disgusting than what we've seen before.
Have you seen how disgusting his poop looks? Oh my god! I think it's the most painful thing for him to defecate! Okay, good thing there are only 4 animations and we won't have to suffer because of it.
4 animations? Really? Okay, it looks like it won't be so disgusting. By the way, now he decided to trick the guy who is waiting for him to take a shit. Okay, that was stupid.
And now we will have to beat up our boss.
Wrong.
It seems to me that our boss is absolutely unhappy with our work. And now we need to choose objects with which we will take revenge on him.
Oh my god, if only you knew how hard it is for me to comment on this. I just can't look at it anymore. It really looks super idiotic, and I don't believe that this game actually has fans.
Oh my god. Why are you all such bores today? Everything that looks here is really very funny. By the way, in this game, we are even given 10 tips on how to be more productive. I think you should read them so that you can calmly continue recording this video.
I think the main problem with this game is definitely not productivity. Rather, it is the problem that we are watching this guy endlessly beat up his boss with a large number of objects that are lying on his desk. It is quite creepy, and in fact, I do not quite understand it because I have never had the desire to beat up my boss.
It would be very strange if you had such a desire to beat up Kane. But it seems to me that you could not even physically do it. And by the way, this guy, for the second time in a row after he kills his boss, sits on a chair and starts listening to music on headphones. It looks a little strange.
Okay, looks like now we can beat him up with a mug. By the way, all the murders here really look extremely cruel, and I even feel sorry for this boss to some extent. Maybe I'm just too compassionate.
And I don't feel sorry for him at all because he treats our character disgustingly. And it seems to me that he really deserved it if our character does it. But by the way, murder with a ruler really looks very strange. It seems to me that such dangerous metal rulers do not exist.
Maybe our character is actually a professional ruler thrower and he does it really well. Okay, now the boss has come to our workplace and we can beat him up with our fists. Okay, it looks like our character is not as simple as he seems.
Maybe he studied all these martial arts somewhere. Otherwise, I have no explanation for how he managed to kill a man with a ruler. And by the way, this guy is absolutely unshakable even after he killed his boss. He just sat down at the computer and continued playing games.
By the way, this mysterious cleaner also scares me a lot. This guy's job really only consists of coming and taking out all these bodies. Okay, the boss has come to us again, but I think we'll go to the boss's chair.
Looks like here we need to destroy this laptop with all our might. Okay, the first method was pretty simple. We just broke this laptop while smashing it on the table.
This guy seems to get a lot of pleasure from smashing his laptop on the table. Okay, this really looks extremely weird. And even stranger, the girl sitting opposite him even liked it.
I think we should stop being surprised by all the phenomena in this game because everything that happens here really looks extremely unusual.
Unusual? I don't think that's quite the adjective you wanted to use here. It looks more like idiocy. This guy really just poured water from an aquarium on a working laptop and got electrocuted.
But he left the fish alive. He really took care of it, and that's really cool. But I still find it really weird that this girl really likes every laptop destruction. She seems to have a very specific taste in guys.
Okay, we've already found 2 ways to destroy our laptop, and now we need to use the third one. And it looks like the third way is somehow connected with the phone. Apparently this guy is now going to call someone so that they can help him destroy his laptop.
Even at the concept level, it sounds extremely stupid, but I can't wait to see what actually happens after he hangs up. It looks like he turned towards the window, and now he's waiting for something.
Wait! I think I see something flying in the distance. Just look! It's some kind of plane and it looks like... Oh no! Seriously? He decided to launch missiles at the building he works in so that his laptop would be destroyed? This guy is an incorrigible idiot.
It seems to me that the easiest way to destroy a laptop is to download a game from some pirated site that will have a huge number of viruses. It seems to me that this would really be the most adequate way. Okay, now we need to find another way, and it looks like it was hiding in this cabinet.
I think we should try to test your theory. Yes, indeed. It turns out there is something in this cabinet. Okay. It looks like he is taking some objects now. Oh no! Wait, is that a chainsaw? But wait, why does he need a chainsaw in his office? Okay, this guy is really extremely strange, and I am no longer surprised at all by everything he does.
Seriously? She's still in love with him even after that? Okay, looks like this girl is also extremely weird. By the way, I can't believe this is really happening. Do I really have to act like this to have a romantic relationship?
I think we should look at another way to destroy a laptop. And by the way, this method is in the other cabinet, okay? He took out another object again. Wait, he just opened the disk drive? Seriously? Is that dynamite?
Wow, Jax. How did you guess that? Wait, he's actually going to try to put dynamite in the floppy disk drive? But that's impossible. The floppy disk drives in laptops are usually really small. Okay, this guy's a real jerk. Well, okay. I think we've seen enough ways to destroy a laptop, and they all looked as weird and unusual as possible. Now I think it's time to move on straight to the next game.
Hello, everyone, friends. And you will be very surprised when you find out from what place we are going to escape today.
Are you sure our subscribers will be really surprised by this? I think they were able to read the title of this video and even saw the preview.
I think Jax doesn't quite understand that we're not actually streaming. We're recording videos. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, guys, we're gonna try to escape the pony factory today.
Factory? Ponies? Like, someone creates ponies here? I don't quite get it. Okay, let's see how it looks in practice.
It looks like there are some more cutscenes here, but I don't think we're interested in them at all. Okay, we dropped this lamppost, and now I think we can run up this fence and without going down get to where this green arrow is pointing to us.
By the way, it seems to me that our viewers and I would be interested in watching these cutscenes. But it seems to me that there will be so many of them here that we will really have to spend a huge amount of time just watching them.
I agree with you. I think we just need to try to beat this game. And by the way, it seems to me that Jax's desire to always be first everywhere simply won't let him spend a huge amount of time watching some scenes.
By the way, it looks like we need to use this valve to open a passage for ourselves. Great. It looks like the pressure of the fire just removed this obstacle in front of us. Okay, now let's move on. Now we found ourselves in some rather strange location where we need to extend various bridges.
I wouldn't say it looks like bridges. It looks more like pipes or something like that. Okay, we've pushed the green pipe out, but we need to get onto the yellow one somehow. It seems to me that there should be a lever somewhere to push it out.
Definitely should be like the one from the green pipe. Great! We found that lever! It made sense to just see where that yellow wire went. Oh no! Jax, seriously, how did you manage to fall down?
To be honest, I don't understand how it happened. It seems that there is some minimal delay before the jump. In any case, I think that this is not my last death in this game because I am playing it for the first time and all the tests that I see here are also new to me.
But I actually really like it. We've never played games like this before, but I'm not surprised because I see ventilation here because I think it's already an integral part of games like this.
Look, it looks like we've got a fan race coming up. Yeah, this challenge is pretty similar to the one from Barry's prison, but it's pretty short here and we got through it really fast. Okay, now we have to press the buttons that activate these platforms again.
These tests are pretty easy. I'm waiting for us to finally get something really difficult because it seems to me that Jax has absolutely no problems with passing such tests. Okay, there's another platform ahead that will lead us straight to some kind of ventilation.
Let's go to this ventilation as soon as possible. By the way, I really like that the developers indicate the route for the players with the help of glowing green sticks around. And by the way, we got to some location in which the pony guard broke out through this door in order to catch us. But it seems that this guy is telling us that we need to collect all the parts of the weapon in order to assemble some kind of gun.
Parts of this gun are scattered all over this location, and we will need to quickly head towards them now. By the way, this guy really irritates me because he panics a lot. It seems to me that in such a situation, it is better to trust the professionals and just wait until we finally assemble this gun.
Okay, Jax, I see the first part of this gun. I think we need to go down and get it. Great, one of the parts is ready. I think there are only 3 of them and they are here. Okay, let's look for them all in this location.
I really want to quickly assemble this cannon in order to defeat this evil pony who walks below. It seems to me that he is very aggressive, and if we do not assemble this cannon, we simply will not be able to advance further in this game.
I totally agree with you, although it doesn't happen often, but now you need to collect this gun to the end. Great! Now we have this gun. It seems that it shoots quite slowly, but it does significant damage to this boss. And now we need to defeat him so that we can go further.
Wait, I think he stopped taking damage. It looks like we need to go down and fight him on equal terms. Okay, I think that's possible. By the way, we're doing quite a lot of damage. Great! We were finally able to defeat him, and now we shot at that wall in order to break it and go through it.
Oh no, wait! Something weird is happening here. Oh my god, there were some eyes! Oh no, it's another pony! It looks like we'll have to shoot these aggressive ponies running towards us in this corridor.
I really hope we can actually handle all of this. Okay, let's just shoot them no matter what. They actually look pretty scary because they have really scary faces with their tongues sticking out. But I think we'll be able to defeat them all because we only need 1 shot to kill them.
Okay, we dealt with these ponies pretty quickly. Oh my god, there really are a lot of them here, but I think they won't even have time to run to us because we managed to kill them very quickly.
Wait, seriously? That was the last one? Okay. We actually got through them really fast. I thought it would be a little more difficult. Now let's move on to where the white arrow is pointing.
We've reached some new checkpoint. Okay, it looks like we're getting closer to the exit. This guy says we need to find a key. Oh my god! Wait! What is this weird creature? It's some kind of pink pony chef running after us with this shovel. Just look at how gigantic it is. I think we should try to avoid collisions with it.
I don't think he actually has a shovel in his hand. It looks more like some kind of axe. Okay, it looks like we need to try to avoid him, and at the very moment he lands, we need to shoot him, because when he runs after us, he is not vulnerable.
It looks like the fight with this boss will be quite long because we only get a few shots on him. And then he gets a shield again, and it seems to me that this will make our task much more difficult.
I actually thought that the boss fights in this game would be a little more fun, but I think that this will be one of the most boring fights, because here, we will just have to try to avoid him and attack him back.
Seriously? In all this time, we've only done half the damage we need to? Okay, I agree with you. This is going to be one of the most boring boss fights in Roblox history.
Don't be such a bore. In fact, we have been lacking such mechanics for a long time because all the other bosses were defeated by the same principle. But here we need to put in a little more effort in order to still inflict fatal damage on him.
I think we only have one more attack left because our weapon deals 150 damage and there are only a few shots left. Great! We finally got this task done, and now we have this key with which we can open the lock and go to the elevator.
I wonder what awaits us next. I really hope that there will be nothing scary in this elevator. But I think that we will skip this cutscene again, because I don't want to watch long videos.
Okay, it's good that we have the opportunity to skip these videos. Now let's start going through this test where we need to jump over lasers. And by the way, it looks a little more difficult because here we have to jump on these swinging platforms with an unpredictable trajectory.
Oh my god! Why are there so many traps here? Who set them up here? I think there are too many of them. It looks like someone decided to take it very seriously to catch whoever is trying to open this door. But in fact, we managed to sneak past these traps, collect the key card, and open the door quite well.
Why does this door take so long to open? Oh my god, we finally got here! What do we need to do now? Move around all these weird platforms, and it looks like these capsules contain the embryos of those same evil ponies that attacked us. I really hope they don't get free from there.
By the way, it's quite strange that we've already passed a really huge part of this game, but I still can't imagine when we'll get closer to its ending, because there were still no prerequisites for this game to get closer to the final boss.
I think it should happen pretty soon. I don't think this game should be as long as any other. And by the way, we got to another checkpoint. Now we'll have to climb this spiral staircase and press the levers to make various platforms and pipes move out of the wall.
I don't think this test can cause us many difficulties because this test seems to me to be extremely easy. Okay, now let's just go up. Now we need to press the last green lever so that the last pipe appears, through which we will go into some very large tunnel.
I wonder what awaits us when we pass through this tunnel. It looks like there is another room here. Okay, I guess. Here we will have to jump on these conveyor belts in order to go further.
These conveyor belts with lasers look like a very easy test. But on these platforms, there is some strange green liquid, and I don't think it will be safe for us to step on it because it seems to me that in all games, green liquids are the most unsafe.
Guys, I think that our walkthrough of this game has dragged on a bit because we've already gone through a huge number of different locations and the game just doesn't end. This is actually really cool, but unfortunately we can't fit such a long game into one video.
Oh yeah, we've been playing this game for quite a while now. Well guys, I think in that case, we should ask our subscribers to like and subscribe to the channel so that we can record the second part of the walkthrough of this game, if they really like this video. And now I think it's time to move on straight to the next game.
As soon as we launch this game, we immediately become scared. We didn't even have time to start recording this video.
And in this game, I will have to escape from these extremely creepy Sonics. I think I have never seen them so creepy.
It looks like this happened to us solely because these guys are so creepy. Okay, it looks like we're about to meet the first one, and to do that, we need to take a wrench and open the ventilation.
I really want to see what this first boss will really look like. Oh my god, I don't think I've ever seen such a creepy Sonic.
Oh my god, his face is absolutely as creepy as it gets, and he has long, creepy arms. I really don't want to go near him. That's why we need to run to the button as quickly as possible.
It seems to me he is as fast as a real Sonic, and he really can't catch up with us. But we are already on the second floor. And by the way, Sony didn't even run up the stairs. He just stayed down. It seems he doesn't know how to use the stairs.
In fact, we are very lucky here, and now we can escape from him through the room with toilets. This is very cool. By the way, it is quite strange that there was no roof in this location. Now we got to the room with toilets, and now we need to dig a tunnel.
By the way, it's quite strange that the developers always leave the tunnel in the same toilet stall. We don't even open other toilet stalls anymore. We just go in here.
Yes, I also think it would be great if the developers constantly hid this tunnel in different toilet stalls, and then this game would become even more interesting. Okay, now you need to get through this bridge further and go straight to the corridor with the rolling boulder.
By the way, I really like the design of this game. It seems to me that the developers tried very hard here. They even made a fake platform because of which we fell into the water.
Okay, we finally got to the corridor. Just look at this ball. It glows green and it is very bright, and I very rarely see that the developers make these balls so beautiful.
But it looks like the developers really did a great job with this game. Okay, now we need to run to the next turn and wait for this ball to roll past us again.
Finally, it happened! Well, okay, now we can go straight to the next boss. I really want to see what he will look like in this game. Let's go there and see.
Okay, we've already reached this location. Oh no, just look, it's a completely different Sonic. She's pink and she's running right after us. Okay, she also looks extremely creepy, and we were able to easily avoid meeting her and head straight for the half-destroyed steps.
We are going through this game, by the way, today quite quickly. We are already climbing these steps, and only 160 seconds have passed. It looks like we will be able to cope with this game in record time today.
By the way, this elevator looks really cool. It's all white and translucent. Now we need to go up on it straight to the energy drink run. And by the way, this location with energy drinks hasn't been changed at all. The developers just added blue walls here.
I think there is nothing wrong with that, because the developers really did a great job with all the other aspects of this game. Well, now we need to get to the finish line as soon as possible. Because to be honest, I already want to come to the final boss.
I also really want to finish this game as soon as possible, and by the way, I am very annoyed by the constant pop-up notifications that we should add this game to favorites. They really do sometimes appear at the most inopportune moment, but it seems that the developers do this specifically so that people accidentally click the yes button and add this game to favorites. I think this is not a completely honest move.
I totally agree with you. But it looks like the developers have no other choice to promote their game. Okay, now we've put the ladder right under the ventilation, and now we're heading straight to the bridge with the fan. By the way, this player in our friend's costume doesn't seem to know how to play this game at all, and that's why he fell.
I think that the developers of this game really should add some innovations here, because for now, it is completely similar to Barry's Prison Escape. Only here, the design of this game has been changed very cool.
Now let's go up these pipes! Now we need to get to our least favorite test in this game, and I generally want to pass it as quickly as possible because it really irritates me, and it is extremely uninteresting to play.
Yes, this test is really boring as can be, and I still keep hoping that one of the developers will actually change the location of these vents someday, but for now they remain the same. Okay, we have already completed this test, and now we need to go straight to the fan race.
By the way, I really hope that the developers of this game did not increase the distance between platforms. Although it seems to me that, on the contrary, it would be better if they increased it. But the main thing is that they did not decrease it.
Well, actually, the distance between platforms here is quite big, and I think that the developers did everything right here. Okay, let's just finish this test and move on.
By the way, it's funny that the platforms here are painted blue. It creates a very cute atmosphere. Okay, we finally got to the wind tunnel, and now we need to make a jump. Oh no! Unfortunately, we didn't have enough jumping power to fly to this ventilation. But we still managed to get there, and now we're heading straight to the cafeteria.
Just look! It's Knuckles, and he looks as creepy as can be. Oh my god! Their huge toothy mouths scare me so much. I really don't want them to touch us. Well, let's quickly grab this bazooka and start shooting at him.
I want to defeat him as soon as possible, because I really don't want to see him. And by the way, our bazooka in this game is the fastest firing. By shooting, you killed him really fast, and we defeated him in a matter of seconds. Well, okay, that was really the coolest. Now let's go down this hill.
Finally, we are at the other end of this abyss, and now we have only 2 tests left to go through before meeting the final boss. And these are the easiest tests in this game because they are passed as easily as possible. Now we need to climb this ladder, and we will find ourselves in a wind tunnel with lasers.
I think we have never lost the laser challenge in this game because it is really the easiest. We already know the trajectory we need to fly. I think we even fly the same trajectory in every game without even realizing it.
There's one last laser left that we need to fly past. Okay, we finally did it. Well, now let's head straight to the last test before meeting the final boss and pass it with the help of our life hack.
In fact, I think it's worth stopping calling it a life hack because absolutely all players come for this test in this way. Okay, let's try to pass this test as quickly as possible and finally defeat the final boss.
We are in a hurry. I really want to pass this test as quickly as possible. Okay, we've already reached the final boss. Wait, seriously? It's just a regular sonic robot that's just moving in our direction. Well, okay, I think we'll beat it as easily as possible because we have a really fast-firing cannon.
Finally, we beat him and got our original appearance back. It's pretty weird that the last boss was a regular Sonic. But nevertheless, thanks to him, we were able to become normal again. Now let's get straight into this Special Forces car and go straight to the next game.
Stop being such a bore, Jax. This game is really liked by a lot of Roblox players, and I hope our subscribers like it too.
I think girls like it more than boys. And I think no boy would want to watch this video. And by the way, I don't really like playing this game either.
Guys, let's just shut up and let's get ready for our outfit. We need to dress up a little nicer so we can look great at the fashion show.
I think this tie is absolutely not suitable here. We need to find a way to take it off. And in general, I think we need to change our face a little. At the very least, we don't have one.
Wow, Bubble. I didn't expect you to like this game so much. Well, okay. Then let's really try to make a beautiful girl and dress her up.
It's actually weird that we're making a girl. We could have made a boy and it would have been much easier to dress him. But it looks like the girls have beaten us and we'll have to do as they say.
Boys, I think you should stop arguing and just continue dressing this girl up. I think we can make her as beautiful as possible.
This hairstyle choice was quite strange, but it seems like this hairstyle is Jaxu's favorite. Well, okay. I think this hairstyle can be paired with a perfect outfit.
I actually still can't believe that we managed to get Jax to play games where we have to dress up girls. It really sounds and looks so funny, but it looks like he's starting to like the process. He really does it all with the utmost enthusiasm.
Apparently we didn't know much about him, but in fact it's his choice and we can't blame him for it. And by the way, his outfit looks pretty weird.
Guys, can you shut up? Actually, I just noticed that our fashion show actually has a theme, and I feel like our look doesn't fit into that theme at all.
Yes, I also think that we don't look like a witch at all. Rather, all the other players around us look more like a witch than we do. Okay. Look like what we need to come up with in order to change our outfit. But it looks like we simply won't have enough time for this because there was a minute and a half before the fashionable ones started showing.
Do you really think changing the colors will help us here? Oh, I think you accidentally put on 2 pairs of sneakers at the same time. Oh, great! It will be much better without them.
Yes, I also think that we should remove them. It's good that we can do this through a special menu. Great. Now it seems to me that our model looks great. Okay, we have another minute, and I think that in this minute we can find how we can still improve ourselves.
Look! Looks like we can still do a manicure here. Okay, I think that's exactly what we should do now. I think we should do a bright red, flashy manicure so that it will be an accent in our outfit.
Okay, the fashion show has already started and here comes the first model. It seems to me that she doesn't look like a witch at all. It's possible that, in fact, she didn't even try to look like one. She just made herself a pretty outfit.
And the next model looks very much like a witch. More precisely, it is a guy who dressed as a witch. But in fact, it seems to me that the Warlock guys did not have such hats. It was something else.
Here's the next model. Just look at her. She is all green. I think she really looks like a witch the most. But I think she deserves only 4 stars, and that is a fair assessment.
Wow, this outfit really does look like a witch. I think this is one of the best outfits here, and I think it deserves a 5-star rating because they really put a lot of effort into it.
And now it's our turn to go to the podium. Yes, of course. Compared to other players, we don't have the most beautiful outfit, but I think it still deserves attention. At least this is our first outfit, and we really like it.
Guys, I am very far from this. And it seems to me that you made me play this game in vain. And it seems to me that we will generally take the last place here.
And now we will find out who won. Oh no, unfortunately none of us would have won today. And I want to know what place we took.
It looks like we're really far from the prize place. Wait, did we call the very last place here? Okay, it looks like Jax really is a disgusting fashion designer.
And now the next stage is finally beginning. It looks like now we will have to choose a new costume. And the theme for the new fashion show is the Middle Ages.
I think we should pick out a dress or something. Or maybe this time we can actually try dressing up a man. I think that would be a great opportunity.
Do you really think so? Okay, let's try to make a handsome man out of this man. I think we should pick some great looks for him. But in reality, there aren't that many medieval clothes here.
First, we need to choose the perfect face for him. But unfortunately, there aren't many face options to choose from. I think this one will be the best. The one with the moustache seemed the most disgusting to me.
And now we need to choose a hairstyle for him. Oh my god, short hair definitely doesn't suit him. I think we'll choose the most standard hairstyle that's at the very beginning, and it seems to me that even the color of this hair suits him perfectly.
Finally, we found the thing where we can change the color of our skin. Actually, this blue skin seemed the weirdest to me. But now we look great, and I think now we need to find some clothes for this guy. But so far, I only see women's clothes here.
Okay, I think this is the only available clothes for a guy here. But unfortunately, it is absolutely not suitable for the theme of this fashion show, and I think we should still go back to another option. Let's replace our body with a girl's body again.
Guys, this seems extremely strange to me. We spent a long time choosing the look for this guy, but now we're back to the most ordinary option. Okay, now let's make her face, her hair, and go dress her up in a medieval style.
It seems to me that in the Middle Ages there was no makeup, but it seems that we have no other choice. We really have to choose her face, but we will choose a simpler hairstyle that will really suit the style of the Middle Ages.
Yes, I think this hairstyle suits me perfectly. The only thing is, I think you can make a slightly different color because her hair has a slightly greenish tint. I think this hair needs to be made paler. And now we can move on.
I think we definitely need some kind of skirt and dress. But unfortunately, all these costumes are paid. Okay, let's first put on this jacket that resembles medieval clothing. And I think we'll make it white so that it looks like linen clothing.
Cool. Now I think we are missing some kind of skirt. But unfortunately, there is no skirt here that would be very long, and so we need to find something else. Maybe we should use some similar skirt or something like that.
And we can also add some kind of pendant. I think this decoration will look really cool. But I think I should give it a lot of time because we only have a minute left before the fashion show starts.
I think these shoes should suit our look perfectly. The only thing we need to do is to change the white color. Great. Now it looks just great. But actually, I'm a little confused by this weird skirt. Maybe we need to find something more discreet?
We chose another skirt and now the fashion show begins. Well, I hope that this time we will manage to take some place besides the last one. And by the way, I like this outfit quite a lot. I would like to be able to make the same outfit too.
It looks like this time Jax decided to give me high marks to no one because last time all the other players gave us very low marks, and that's why we only got 10 stars. I think it's pretty logical that Jax decided to do exactly that.
You're right, Jax. I don't think they deserve high marks, unlike us. It seems to me that we look really great. Although, in fact, the question of female beauty is extremely subjective, and I think that everyone will find beauty in it in their own way.
And just look, she really decided to dress in all blue. She even dyed her skirt and bag along with her shoes blue. I think this is the stupidest combination of all because I think any clothes should match at least 2 colors.
And I like this appearance a little more than all the previous ones, and I think it really looks pretty solid, and I think it deserves high marks, but we won't give anyone high marks because last time our mark was lowered.
Looks like it's time to find out what place we took. Unfortunately, we didn't take the prize place in this game, but I still hope that we didn't take the last place. Wait, seriously? Are we really here in 9th place?
It seems like there is no point in us continuing to play this game anymore because no one wants to give us a high rating, and so I think it's time to move on to the next game right now.
Oh, Prison Inside Out? We've played something like this before. Looks like we're in for some very exciting gameplay today.
Now let's jump on these pool balls. I really like how this game starts. It feels like this is going to be our favorite game.
Do you seriously think that this game has a chance to become our favorite? It seems to me that this is just another clone of Escape from some prison. And screamers in the ventilation don't even scare me anymore.
This game is actually pretty well made, and I like what's going on here. Now we need to take this shovel and dig a tunnel straight into the basement with the lasers.
Do you really know this game that well? In fact, I don't even remember that there were lasers in this basement. Oh no, we died. I think we should be a little more careful in this game.
In fact, these lasers always really annoyed me, and getting past them is really a very difficult task because they move along a strange trajectory. But I think on the third try, we will definitely be able to do it. Great, we did it again, and now we need to go further through the ventilation.
These ventilations are starting to piss me off a little. We got to the stairs and now we need to go further. In fact, the developers slightly changed this prison. And by the way, just look, there are characters from the cartoon here.
It looks like they are here as guards of this prison. We need to quickly escape from them so that we do not cross paths with them. I really hope that we will really succeed. Great! We were able to do it. Now, we need to move on.
We found ourselves in a room with a trampoline. Now we need to use this trampoline to jump to the other part of the abyss. Great! We did it! Well, let's move on. And by the way, it's pretty funny that this emotion is walking around here in this strange green liquid.
In fact, what scares me the most is that he has the ability to do this. Okay, and now we need to run further down this corridor, and it seems to me that we are doing quite well in this game today. Now we need to run past all these dogs.
Actually, running past all these dogs is the easiest task because they take